the landlord sees that I'm only earning this amount and I'm having to pay him nearly double the amount, he's not going to trust me. But how it went is I went on the viewing to view the property. Before I went on the viewing, I did my analysis to check if the area will work for me. I checked the location. I checked nearby transport areas, transport links. I checked surrounding competition, and based on that, I thought it was a good property to go ahead with. I booked the viewing with the landlord, so it was direct to landlord, direct to vendor. And I told him on the phone, I want to do this with the property. Are you open to it? He said to me, come to the viewing and we'll talk more about it. So he had about, I think, 20 different other people, potential tenants that were viewing the property because it was a nice property in the area. And then I went to the viewing. I dressed up nicely. I made sure I smelt nice, just making sure that
Your appearance was
appearance is on point, because it does play a massive factor, how you appear to other people, especially when it's first impression. So I went to him and I said, so I'm looking to work with more corporate clients. So I work with different companies like Coca-Cola, the NHS. These are companies that I do actually work with now. We have a few contracts with them where they can stay with us for accommodation. But at the time, I just said it because I knew I'll be working with them in the future. So I said that we'll be looking to work with these corporate clients and they will be staying with us. I explained it to him. I made sure I was confident. I made sure everything I was saying was consistent. And I just saw his face. He just kept nodding his head and he was smiling a lot. And I saw his face that he was getting excited about what I was saying to him. Now, a lot of other people, they say with rent to rent, landlords run away when they hear the word rent to rent Airbnb. They literally shoot out the door when they hear someone asking to do that. But with this landlord, he was open to it, and yeah, he said, okay, that's brilliant. And I went home, put my offer in, sent the contract to him, and then it got to the referencing stage where they have to reference your background, they have to credit check you. I got rejected for the referencing stage. It said on the referencing thing that it said proceed at your own risk. So it said that on the landlord's side. And he said to me, hey Leenah, it came back as this, but I'm gonna trust you. He basically said that he's gonna trust me, and yeah, that's it. That's how it came forward. So he trusted me even though I couldn't meet the affordability rate of the apartment.
See, that's really important what you've just said there, because that's a scenario where the computer said no. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? The computer said no, but it required a human to override that decision because of the potential he can see and the machine cannot see. He can see this, young, well presented young lady. She's got a vision. She's got something new to bring to the market, and maybe he thought, actually, why do you think he chose you? What were the factors do you think that sold it to him?
So I actually met him 6 months after, where the landlord wants to see the apartment or house. They want to check how everything's been with their tenant. So he did a 6 month check on me. He came to the apartment with his partner and his children, and he saw the apartment, and it looked probably better than it was when he first gave it to me. Because of course, with short-term rentals, we have a lot of cleaners in. We have our maintenance team, so it's always being looked after. All our landlords' property are always being looked after. We always vet our guests. So yeah, that's why after he saw that, I did ask him, why did you go ahead with me? What was it? Even though I didn't meet the affordability rate, what was it? He said to me it was the communication, so and the confidence as well. So, and especially the communication. So when I was going back and forth with him on WhatsApp, on calls, I was replying to him on good time. I was being professional with everything. And he actually told me his previous tenant was horrible with communication. They weren't paying rent on time. He'd have to chase him. There was also a language barrier. So he said to him, communication was a massive thing. I think that's why he went ahead with me, because I was making sure that I was being as professional as possible. So, yeah.